Hello, everybody. This is Noel, the Red Devil. We are here for Manchester United versus Athletic Club in Dublin. Hope you are all well. After yesterday's great performance, let's hope we do get another good performance today in Dublin. Now, some Dublin Manchester United fans are complaining, or Irish Manchester United fans are complaining because the full team squad is not there. And it's basically the reserves or the players that are on the fringes that are getting a go today. Listen, before you bought your tickets when they announced all of the fixtures, right, you would have seen that there were 2 games in a row. Just like there were in the middle of pre-season, we had 2 games in a row. So look, this is the way I look at it. I couldn't get a ticket in time. I would actually bite someone's right arm off for that ticket, and I wouldn't care who's on the pitch. It's your team. It's Manchester United. You support them, whoever they are on the pitch. So stop moaning about the fact that it's not the first team that's there. It's Manchester United. They're all going to be on the pitch soon, and they're going to be playing Athletic Club, and that's what you should be excited about. I'm sick of all of this nonsense. Oh, yeah, I got me tickets, not fair. Right, at the end of the day, as I said, I would kill to get me hands on one of those tickets. Now, as you know, right now, at 4 o'clock kickoff, Arsenal and Manchester City will be playing their opening fixture of the season, which is, of course, the Community Shield. But we will be concentrating on our team, Manchester United. And I'm pretty sure that this will be watched more anyway, because it is Manchester United. Very, very interesting that the game is on the same time as the Community Shield. Whether that was done deliberately or not, I don't know. And as you know, the championship has already started up, folks, and stuff. And there's a few games going on there. Most notable, Leeds United versus Cardiff. There, but we do have some team news, and I will be on camera when the game starts off. Obviously, this is a match reaction. So we got Heaton, Maguire, Lindelof, Eriksen, Sancho, Pellistri, Wan-Bissaka, Van de Beek, Fernandez, Gore, Forson, and the subs are Kovar, Worcester, Evans, Gerardo, Collier, Hannibal, Imran, and Hugill. And Imran actually did very well and then hasn't really featured that much, so it's nice to see the kid feature. But as you can see there, none of the big players that we suspect will start this season. And you know, the way I look at it is, you see Sancho is there in that team. That to me suggests that Garnacho plays ahead of Sancho this season. And like there's a couple of lads that I follow on YouTube, Webby and O'Neill, who spoke about the fact that Erik ten Hag shouldn't hold Garnacho back this season. The kid looks like he is going to cause all sorts of problems in the Premier League this year. I'm not messing. I've been very impressed. Now, when he first started pre-season, he was a bit in and out because the ball was played. And I even said this today, the night of the game. The fact that the ball was being played over on the opposite side rather than on his side of the pitch. But when he did get on the ball, he looked like he was causing all sorts of problems. But we saw yesterday when Garnacho gets the ball and is given the license. And listen, some of our passing football was unbelievable. Our counter-attack as well looks brilliant. And it did under Ollie. I have to say, Ollie, gets stick. And I will say this, he was never a Manchester United quality manager. But his counter-attacking, where we won those first 10 games under him, the attacking football that we played under Ollie in those first 10 games was absolutely amazing. Now, we still have problems in midfield, in my opinion. And it's this Mason Mount signing. But I think this might spur on Garnacho a bit, because I think Garnacho believes he deserves the number 7 jersey. And this lad is playing like he wants that number 7 jersey. I'm not messing. But this young lad has to be now. This is his moment. Just like with Rashford when he burst onto the scene, just like when Mason Greenwood burst onto the scene, now it's Garnacho's turn. And there's a couple of other young lads as well that can take their chances and be part of this squad. Man United fans are they're still kind of complaining about the deals that we're doing and we've overpaid for some players and all that. Look, as I said, if Erik ten Hag gets every single jigsaw piece that he wants, right, I think we're going to be okay. I actually believe as well, a lot of United fans out there, they have their opinions, and we must respect all opinions. But I don't know what it is with their fandom lately. But a lot of fans are underestimating how good we actually are, or maybe they just don't. I don't know. Maybe it's because we've been burned so many times before, and we have been burned many times before. Even last season, we kind of all believed for a second that we could win the title, and then within a couple of weeks, that was blown completely away. So I think Man United fans are afraid to stick their neck out there, but I'm not, and I'll stick my neck out there. A lot of people out there think that Arsenal will finish ahead of us. I don't believe Arsenal will finish ahead of us. I think we'll finish ahead of Arsenal this season. Even though it was pre-season, we beat them very convincingly. And I don't think Declan Rice is everything he's cracked up to be. I'm actually glad he's gone to Arsenal because apparently we were looking at him, and I would have been very disappointed if we had brought in Declan Rice personally. I don't think he's Manchester United quality. And that's why I would have a problem with it. So, kind of glad it's gone to Arsenal. And they brought in Havertz as well, didn't they? Havertz and a couple of other. But I don't think Arsenal are much. Manchester City have lost a lot of players, but as a lot of Man United and other fans out there say, Pep is usually good at replacing these players. But remember one thing, Manchester City always have a slow start to the season, right? They always do. Or they have a dip, and they always have a dip. You look at, I think, even in that run where it was neck and neck between them and Liverpool, both of those teams, dropped points and had a dip, right? I do believe that Man United can be in the mix and can sustain that. All we just need to do is cut out mistakes like we seen yesterday, right? And we keep saying it, but I'm going to say it again. Delors yesterday shows me why Delors was not good enough for Manchester United and shouldn't be playing. Now, Talk Sport, a few Manchester United accounts out there on social media with agendas, basically saying that Onana was at fault for the goal yesterday because he was off his line. If Delors had got his pass across where it was supposed to go, Onana was in the correct position of how we want to play, right? But when you get someone like Delors whose passing is lazy, and who I also noticed yesterday, and I've noticed throughout his whole career, when he gets the ball or the ball's in the box and he goes to bloody clear it, he never seems to get his full foot through the ball, right? He seems to lump it up in the air and it doesn't get cleared properly. I'm just not convinced by Delors. I'm not convinced by Sancho either. That's why I think Sancho is in this team today. I think Garnacho definitely starts ahead of Sancho this season. I mean, if Erik ten Hag doesn't play Garnacho, there's something seriously wrong, either with the kid's attitude or maybe Erik ten Hag doesn't like him, right? Because I'm being honest with you. There's no way that Sancho starts ahead of Garnacho. Now, the problem that you do have is this, though, right? Garnacho plays in the same position as Marcus Rashford, which is out on the left. Now, Marcus Rashford, with an interview with Gary Neville when he was in his Portugal training camp, they released it on the overlap. So they did the little interview, and Gary Neville asked him what his favourite position was. Now, we've always known that Rashford has said his favourite position is the number 9, right? But in that interview, for the first time, he said he prefers playing out on the left. I think he realises that it is his best position. Maybe Erik ten Hag has made him realise that that is his best position. But Erik ten Hag will want players that can adapt to both. So playing number 9 or left. Now, Garnacho is an out-and-out winger. You're never going to get Garnacho to convert, right? But that's the problem he has. Because if he plays Rashford out on the left, he's going to have to play either Anthony or Garnacho out on the right. But Garnacho out on the right doesn't work, right? So this is a headache, but you've got to get Garnacho in that team. You've got to get Garnacho in that team. And, you know, I think Marcus Rashford is in the situation that Wayne Rooney was in with Cristiano Ronaldo. And I'm not trying to compare the two because they're two completely, the players are completely different. What I'm trying to say is that Rashford has another player that's just as good in that position as well. Rooney had to make a lot of sacrifices to compensate for Ronaldo. And I think the same is going to happen here, or is going to have to happen here with Marcus Rashford. Because Marcus Rashford has said he doesn't like playing out on the right. So that's a no-go, right? So, you know, people say, well, you could put him out on the right, put Garnacho out on the left and Haaland through the middle. But Rashford is not going to like that position. You got to play our players in the best position. It's a headache that the manager has, and it's a good one. For once, we've actually got a couple of players that are causing Erik ten Hag a problem, a headache-wise. So I think it's absolutely fantastic, but you've got to try get Garnacho into that team. Because he was causing all sorts of havoc. I mean, he linked up well with Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford, when Garnacho obviously got his goal, there was a point where Garnacho could have passed it to Rashford and he was straight through and would have scored himself, I believe. But Garnacho took it on. So there is potential there. Maybe Rashford can get more goals there. I'd rather see Rashford there than Jadon Sancho. And I'm pretty sure, you know, I think Hugill is on the bench. So if I'm looking at this team now, I think Sancho is going to be playing in the false 9 position today. Unless Forson or Gore, well, Forson maybe. Interesting though. He has a lot of headaches in the forward line. Midfield, though, you know, Bruno, lots of champagne passes yesterday. Casemiro was starting to look the part again. Again, a lot of fans were jumping on Casemiro's back because he looked a bit rusty. Of course, he looked rusty. And remember, he's in his 30s now. I think people forget that. You know, we haven't gotten okay, I'd still say he's world class, right? I'm not saying that. But this isn't Casemiro at 26, 27, 28. This is Casemiro in his 30s. And he's not going to be playing every game either. Remember that. So it's important that some of these young lads, if we can't get the player that Erik ten Hag wants to help out Casemiro, then one of these young lads will have to step up. And we do. Until he got injured, Kobe was that young lad. He had Declan Rice. He had Declan Rice on a shoestring. Declan Rice couldn't even operate. This is what I'm saying. I don't think Arsenal are going to do much. People are blowing smoke. And especially United fans. And I'm just at the scene there while we're live here. Manchester United fan accounts doing the Community Shield game. Why are you doing the Community Shield game? This is the game you should be doing. I don't get that. That mentality annoys me. He's all watching the Community Shield game. Like, I know because it's City, because City have won the treble, and it was Arsenal, two of the teams last year, but this is your team. You can watch the fucking highlights later. Jesus Christ. People in this. Wow. Yeah, man. No. Nah, that doesn't sit with me at all. That watching Man United fans watching the Community Shield game and your own team is on today just because it isn't the full team squad. See, this is what I'm talking about as well. All these Dublin Irish Man United fans complaining that it's not the first team. Look, I'd bite your hand off for a ticket. Right? I'd bite your hand off for that ticket. It's still Manchester United. It's still your team. Man, the attitude of some fans, tell you. So apparently our new striker is injured. As I said, I'll catch up on all the news tomorrow. We'll do some news tomorrow. But so former United player Andreas Herrera is there. Herrera, I should say. Andreas. Do you hear me? I get mixed up between him and Pereira. Don't know why. But there's Ronaldo. They're showing a bit of Ronaldo skill. So that's why there was a delay apparently in announcing him. He was injured. So we bought an injured player. Now I remember when we brought in Falcao, there were suspicions when we brought him in on loan, he was actually injured. And there was actually even rumor as well that he was a lot old, there was a weird rumor about Falcao that he was a lot older than he was actually saying he was or something. There was that conspiracy theory going around that he was maybe a year or two older than what officially we know his age is, which I don't know how I know how you could get away with putting down a false date of birth, but why would footballers risk that? Right, so apparently he has a small issue, but here's the thing that doesn't make sense. If he had a small issue, small injury, how did he pass the medical? Interesting. How did he pass? So he could miss our first game against Wolves. Now, I'm not worried. I have to be honest. You know, we do need a striker. But after what I saw, after what I saw Jordan preseason as a whole, yes, the last 3 games before we played yesterday weren't the greatest results, but I saw enough there to suggest that we could do something. But I will say this: if we have Harry and Victor in the defense like we did against Borussia Dortmund, then there's always a chance that we could concede 2 quick goals like we did. And that's the issue with those 2 defenders. But there is the Aviva Stadium. It looks like it's going to be a packed house. And there's a sea of red. Because as you know, probably the 2 most watched clubs in Ireland anyway, English clubs, would be Manchester United and those garbage disposal people over in Liverpool. So yeah. So I just don't get that. As I said, I'm sitting here. We're gonna do a match reaction to this. I'll go on camera now in just a second. And there's Manchester United fans that I follow that are watching the Community Shield game instead of watching their own team. And then these are the very same people that will say, "Oh, we need to get the Glazers out. If you go to the stadium, you're not a real Manchester. You're a Glazer in person." Right. Get your score predictions in, folks. Let's get it on like Donkey Kong. Right, so turn it up. Right, so the Irish fans are clapping away like a bunch of clappers, waiting for the teams. There they are. There they are. Look at them clapping. What are you all excited about Athletic Club, man? The kids all excited for Athletic Club. No. You have to be excited for the big team. Oh, by the way, I am from Dublin. Did try get a tick, but the day that they literally went on sale, they sold out. So the match is like only I'm like 15 minutes away in the car, like from the stadium. About 15, 20 minutes at least. About 20 minutes from the stadium in the car. On a Sunday, about 15 minutes because hardly any traffic. Right, so players in the tunnel. And as I said, the team news is in goal, Heaton. In defence, Maguire, Lindelof, Wamba Saka, and we got Ericsson on the pitch there, Fernandez, Gore, Forson, Palestri, Sancho, blah blah. I should have just read them out in order. The subs: Kovar, Worcester, Evans, Gerardo, Collier, Hannibal, Imran, and Hugel. And we got a lovely Aviva Stadium there. They're going all out for Manchester United there. There's all the fans. Those fans look happy. They're not moaning. Anyway. Right, so the linesman, the ref are looking very anxious. You think they were playing the way they're going on? Do. Of course it's not, because we look after our stadium. There was a rugby match on the day before, and they're just commenting about how perfect the pitch is. You wouldn't think that there was a rugby match played on it. No, because the groundsmen here absolutely do a wonderful job. The Aviva Stadium is a fucking great stadium. I've been in it. I went to see a few years now, but I went to see Ireland versus Russia. Right, let's see if we can get this camera going. Right, we're back. We're back. We're back. Well, he's hardly going to play the same team. I mean, I don't even know why some people are even moaning about that. There's pace and power up top, but when you look at the back four, then I mean, you've got Wan-Bissaka and Fernandez who have a bit of pace, but then you have Lindelof and Maguire there in the middle. Gore and Ericsson are in midfield. Van der Beek plays in the attacking midfield position. Pellistri and Forson out on the wings. And Sancho is playing that false nine, as I said. I don't see it with Sancho. He has got a goal pre-season in that position, but it'll be very interesting to see what happens, because I don't see this. Right, I'm trying to put this camera on, but we're having technical issues, so just bear with me for a second. So if I go off the screen, don't worry about it. I will be back straight away. The match is about to kick off now. I just have to adjust things. Right, let's see now. I want to be on camera. I've been on camera for all of the pre-season. So let's do this. Hopefully it'll come on. It's not going to come on. There's something going on. Just bear with us. Now, good day. The Saints not a bad day in Dublin. No, except for all the so watches ourselves, and people are just being murdered here. But we won't. Dublin's great, yeah. Come on, why isn't this camera working? Like, I mean, everything was perfectly set up the other day. I mean, what's different? Right, well, it's the last pre-season game of this year, and then we will be getting ready for the games that matter, which is obviously coming up. We have Wolves, who are not going to be, as you know, they haven't been a pushover after over the last couple of seasons. See, it keeps switching to front. Why are you switching? Sancho already attacking. Sorry, folks, about this. This started yesterday. I need to get an upgrade, man. I need to get an upgrade. This is not working. Here we go. Finally. Yay, we're here. Anyway, Manchester United. So right, again, remember, we're a minute behind. But here we go. What a ball. Sancho's through. He's missed. What a ball. Unlucky Sancho, but already Sancho is he's trying. Look, I'll never knock a player for doing their best, and right there, he just lacked. Do you know what he lacked? He lacked the killer instinct. That's what it is, and that's why, you know. But then he got the ball off to Fernandez, who was making the run, but yeah, if he had put his foot through that a little bit more, that was 1-0. But we got a corner now. Eriksen's going to take it, so forget about this. Okay, it was a decent ball. Saka back out. Aaron has to be playing though. Yeah, so as I said, I can't believe that some Manchester United fans out there are actually watching the Community Shield game. Like, you are a disgrace, man. No offense, man. Bizarre. Yeah, this is your team. Doesn't matter who's playing. Right, you're watching those two bleeding idiots. Do you know why United fans are watching it? Because they'll get the views, they will. That's what it's all about for them. They don't really care about football. You have certain channels out there, they're driven that way to get a reaction. Fernandez again, who's being lively. What about Eriksen? Well done, lads. What a ball. Go on. Unlucky. Eriksen again. Off the Forsen. Unlucky Forsen. But we're hunting again in packs like we were yesterday. This is what I've noticed. It's a bit different now. Like, what we did pressure the ball last season, we weren't able to maintain it. But what I've noticed during pre-season is we're hunting in packs. We're literally hunting in packs. He has them hunting in packs. I mean, there was 3 United players around one Lawns player yesterday to try and retrieve the ball back. Sancho, Garnacho, and it was someone else. But they were hunting in packs. Sancho again with a nice little turn. Sancho, my problem with Sancho is he fades. What a ball by Sancho to Pellistri, who saw a little gap, gives it out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka back to Pellistri. It's in the middle. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Man United fans, and look, go on. Sancho again, square it. Eight days until we play Wolves, man. Who's excited for the new Premier League season? Because I am. I'm absolutely buzzing. I actually think we're going to do a lot better than Man United fans actually think. As I said at the beginning of this stream, I believe Manchester United fans are unwilling to stick their necks out there and say that we can challenge. I actually think for what we've seen, if we can maintain this, though, there is a lot of factors. So I'm not going to lie, but there is no way that nobody can tell me that we're not title contenders. We are title contenders. I don't care what anybody says. You can call me mad all you want. What I've seen pre-season, the way we hunt in packs, right? Bar the games where there were a couple of individual mistakes in the Bayern Munich game, or Bayern Borussia Dortmund game. Not going to lie, and the Wigan, the Wrexham game was the youth, but there were mistakes. Not going to lie, but other than that, the senior lads have actually done pretty well. And these lads here now, see, it's the last game of pre-season as well, so they want to be volleyball has to be. Oh, I have to say, Sancho was looking. It looks like he's cooking in this. I don't see it. I really don't. I just think he lacks, because we've seen it there. He just lacks the killer instinct to score. Right, Ericsson again. His corners have been pretty decent. Go on. Unlucky. Van der Beek again. Go on. Go on. Sancho is just this was how he's a new player, man. Oh, unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. I want them to do well, though. That's the thing. I never thought we should have signed, but I actually do want them to do well. No, ref. Yeah, you got a knee in the backside, I suppose. But I mean, to shout like that, I mean, I've gotten a knee in the backside myself. It does hurt you, but you don't let it scream out like that, man. Right there on the attack. I don't know what was. Let me say. So Harry, yeah, he tried to flick it away. It was an awkward ball to deal with. Harry tried the ball forward. It's a lively game. It's been played at a good pace, I have to say. Right. What a ball by Maguire. I mean, he was in a bit of a tight corner there, and he actually managed to get the ball down to the wing, but miscontrolled. But that was nice. That was actually nice. Well done, Farson. Go on, Sancho. Right. Nicely intercepted by Fernandez. He's still out running. Go on. Oh, Ericsson tried to give it back to him, but there is a bit of confusion now. Okay. What a tackle. No way, ref. Come on. I mean, he wins the ball. Unlucky Wan-Bissaka. Lindelof. Has he got it covered? Wow, brilliant by Lindelof. Well done. Appreciation from the crowd. Donny tried a little layoff there, though, but didn't. But they're all looking lively. You've got to say, they're all looking lively. Wan-Bissaka in the box. Lindelof. Stop Fernandez with the header out. And it's the young lad Fernandez, not Bruno, by the way. Bruno's not here. Bruno's at home. Right, they've had a shot on target. There's a couple of brothers on the pitch, the Williams brothers for Athletic Club, or Bilbao as they're known, isn't it? But we call them Athletic Club. Um, so right, Ericsson on the ball, gives it to Sancho. Oh, lovely! Go on! Holy ball! What a touch! Fortune, go on! Oh, what? Sancho, what was that? Nutmeg! Oh my god! Holy shit! Where's this lad been? Like, maybe right. Okay, so he's good in the wing in Germany, but when he plays for Manchester United, they say, all right, he's doing crap there. So Eric says, I'll try in the number 9 position, and he's trying that nonsense, and it's actually coming off for him now. It's like when Rashford had that poor period, and we thought Rashford was done. Is this the season that Sancho repays his price tag? I still doubt it, but I'm loving what I'm seeing here right now from him. I have to say, just pity he didn't get that early goal. Just literally Strepsils. I need a Strepsil. No. So far, so good. Oh, lovely. Lovely. This is just beautiful. All of these extra games that we played pre-season as well. I mean, we're going to be well sorted for the start of the season. There shouldn't be much rustiness. Like, there still will be a bit, but we'll be a lot further advanced than we were last season. And I think it's important. I think that's why Eric has done what he's done. It's important that we get momentum very quickly. And this would be a nice way to end the pre-season. And then we get Wolves then, who would probably be the same level as these lads here. So this is a good and a smart game for Eric Ten Hag to actually end on. But I can't wait until their season starts. It's going to be very exciting. And we play at 8 o'clock. It's a late kickoff. Sancho again. What a ball. Oh, go on. Go on. Sancho's on fire right now. Yeah, he's offside. He's off. I mean, that's clear cut. But I'm surprised how well Sancho was playing, because he normally fades in and out of games very, very quickly. But 22 odd minutes in, and you would have to say he's looking sharp. I mean, it's such a shame that the bigger Man United fan accounts are not covering this game. They'd rather cover the Charity Shield or the Community Shield because it brings in more viewers. But it's a goddamn shame. Oh, lovely boy Fernandez. Donny picks it up to Wan-Bissaka. Come on. Back to Donny. Wan-Bissaka. Fernandez. It's the goal. That's a penalty, ref. Come on. The ref, is he not even going to give it? That's. I mean, that's a penalty. I mean, that's a penalty. A VAR, obviously it's a friendly, but the VAR looks at that to give that. Nice little ball by Fernandez into Palestri, because they played with each other before, so they they know each other's runs and stuff like that. That was a nice little ball. Wan-Bissaka. We're playing well. We're playing well. It's just here we go. Come on. We get the first goal, we'll win this game. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, it's a great tackle. I mean, you won the ball. I think Gore's been very unlucky during this pre. He got sent off, and he was the one that got stamped on. And now he hasn't been given a yellow card, but great tackle, and referee punishes him. But here's Athletic Club now. Ref is giving a penalty to Athletic Club. The linesman's already their side. Oh, it's not a penalty now. I'd like to see that again because I think that was in the box. But the ref gave the penalty first, and then he looked at the linesman, and then the linesman said, then the ref went and said it's not actually a penalty; it's a free kick outside the box. Let's see. Outside the box. Brilliant decision. No, credit where credit is due. That looked like it was a penalty, but that replay does actually show that the contact was made just outside the box. So it's a great decision. Let's hope keeper can say this. But Fernandez there just got a little bit caught on the pace there, and he kind of stuck his foot out to try stop the player, and the player went over. But as I said, it was just before he got into the penalty box, and apparently now they're complaining about the distance of the wall. There's a bit of confusion there, it looks like. But I'm pretty sure we'd be okay. So, right. It's the ref. Right, let that be a wake up call for United, though. Come on, lads. These have been playing well. But again, it's this defence. Harry seems to be pointing a lot and saying, calm down and go that way and go this way, but get your own positioning right. Right, it's a bit of stop start at the moment. Free kick for Athletic Club for an offside against Pedestri. But these William brothers are causing us problems. Free kick. It's gone a bit scrappy now, folks. It's gone a bit scrappy. Ten Hag's not happy. I think he had a few words with Harry Maguire there. He was talking to his defence as a whole, but Harry was looking directly at him. Ten Hag is not happy because the last couple of minutes got a bit scrappy, and there, look, he's given out about that kick out. He's not happy. Like, he's even giving out to the goalkeeper, Heaton, for not delivering that ball properly. Indeed, look, I'm going to be honest. I was one of those that was Pochettino in originally. I've openly admitted that I got it absolutely wrong. Harry Maguire loses the ball, and it's 1-0. That was Harry Maguire's fault. There is no doubt. Harry Maguire. Like, Erik ten Hag just has been given out to him. He's going around pointing to everybody. Oh, you stand there. You stand there. I'm sorry. So far, Wan-Bissaka gives it to him. He tries a little side football that was never going to work. Gets caught and bang in the back of the net. Athletic Club 1, Harry Maguire 0. And Heaton should have done much better too. But this is why we need a new centre back. And this is why Harry Maguire says, when he comes out with statements, but like nothing to prove, you have everything to fucking prove. And you've just proved there that you're not good enough. Absolute shambles of a goal to give away. And by the way, yesterday's goal was an individual mistake as well by Dalot, right? 2 individual mistakes. There are still too many players in this team that make too many individual mistakes. This is why Harry Maguire needs to be sold, right? This is why Dalot needs to be sold. This is why we have to be ruthless. This is why we better hope that Varane and Martinez can stay fit, because Harry Maguire cannot be in this team. Absolute shambles. Go on. Short corner. And then Ericsson nearly got it. Another corner to United. Oh, another corner. We're putting on the pressure now, lads. Nah. Oh, we've got a bit of rain. So we'll be heading towards the Aviva Stadium. Referee. Ah. Do you know what? I'm going to say something here. I think, Sancho is playing all right there, but here we go. Ah, offside again. Yeah, the rain's coming down now in the Aviva. I can see people. Like Gore's on the ground, right? Harry gives the ball back to the goalkeeper, and Gore's on the ground. He points to Gore, give the ball. Like he's a muppet. He's a muppet. He needs to go. He just really needs to go. There's this arrogance about him. The way he's even walking around the pitch. Seriously, there is an arrogance about him, and I don't like it. He just slows the ball down. Yeah, every time he picks it up, same with Victor as well, though. I mean, Victor is slightly a better defender, so I mean, that's fine. But again, it's just so fucking slow. And we're only 1-0 down because of Harry Maguire. And this is not an agenda, FD, or anything like that. You watch it, it's Harry Maguire's fault, right? He tries a pass that's not on. He tries a little flick around because he thinks he's Cristiano Ronaldo. It fails, right? And then they pick up the ball and then they knock it in the back of the net, right? It's Harry Maguire's fault that we're losing this game 1-0. He is an absolutely awful defender. I don't even know why people thought he was a great defender. I mean, even when we went in for him, I was laughing my head off. 80 million for that? That's an 80 million pound defender. No, and not, man. We could have got two fucking better defenders for him. At 40 million, we could have got two better defenders. And then we'd be lucky if we get 25, 30 million for him. And apparently he's insulted that West Ham have come in for 25 million for him. Well, you haven't proved that you're an 80 million pound player. I don't give a shit if you play well for England, right? Don't give a crap. When you put that United shirt on, that's all I give a crap, right? And you're not good enough. Like he's undone all the hard work. Jadon Sancho is actually having a pretty decent game. I have to say he hasn't faded out like he does with most games. He's still in the game. Fernandez is doing well, the young kid. Uh, Forson, he's in and out a little bit because he's obviously playing out on the other side, and the ball is, in fairness, being played over that other side. But Forson is getting in there. Even Donny, he's giving it his go. Ericsson, there's Wan-Bissaka again, winning the head. All done, lads. Pelestri, he should have had a penalty. In fairness, I think that was a penalty. That was a penalty, but pre-season, so But in fairness, he wanted to give a penalty to them, but it was a free kick. He screws up a couple of minutes later because why not, Harry? Absolute joke. 80 million quid we paid for him. 80 million. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop buying all of these fucking players that are not worth the money and just say to clubs, listen, we're coming in with a bid, you either take it or fucking leave it. Right? 80 million. Leicester seeing us coming off, right? We got our fucking pants pulled down. Tell you that. Brilliant. Brilliant. Fernandez again. He's got the ball again. Go on. Go on. Oh, brilliant. Sancho. He's done well, Sancho, this half. Does he stay on in the second half? I don't know, but Donny with a chance. Well, I say Donny with a chance. It was kind of like a half chance. Ericsson with the ball into the box. Donny came at him a bit quick, but I think, yeah, that could be actually a corner kick. Should have been. No. I mean, what is that? I mean, that ball, it goes down the line, Harry. How can you kick it and go out for a corner? Put Evans on. Please just put Evans on second half and take that donkey off once and for all. Slab head. Ref, blow up, he says. Oh my God. He literally said, ref, blow up. It's a corner, you muppet. Half time. Harry Maguire nil. Athletic Club 1, because it's not Manchester United's fault that we're losing this game. It's Harry Maguire's fault, and I'm taking a smoke break, so I'm knocking the camera off before I fucking have a complete nervous breakdown. Come on, will you? Knock the camera off. Are we stuck? No. Oh, shambles from Harry. Shambles. Absolute shambles. I thought he shouldn't be on the pitch, man. He shouldn't even be. Look, if Eric Ten Hag and United are serious about getting rid of him, he should never have featured in any of the preseason. Should never have featured in any of the preseason games. Right? Absolutely disgraceful performance. I'm sick of him. It's like watching a zombie. Do you remember the way Muhammad Ali slagged off George Foreman, says you could see the punches coming, and he did the impression of a zombie. That's what it's like watching Harry Maguire in Manchester United's defence. He's a fucking zombie. A zombie, man. Seriously, 80 million. Seriously. Oh, look at those old classic games. James, that's how old I am. I remember these games. Fucking hell. I tell you, we had some good teams back in the day. Oh, by the way, to the Manchester United fan accounts there that are going to be giving out about Harry Maguire later on, because I know you as well. Don't even bother, because you're all watching the Community Shield match, so he's really commenting on one little mistake that he's made. He's been absolutely dire the whole game. But don't come on later on all these fan chats and all these fan streams and come on and start berating Harry Maguire when you haven't even had the decency to watch the fucking game because you would rather watch Arsenal Manchester City, right? The very same fans that will shame Manchester United fans for going on pre-season tour, right? Saying, "Oh, Glazers out." Yeah, all of these fan channels were on the American tour, weren't they? But yeah, they're all sitting down now watching the Community Shield rather than watching their own team because it happens to be the kids and a couple of the other stragglers in the team, right? But it doesn't matter to them. The lads have played well. The only reason why they're down 1-0 is because of Harry Maguire. But overall, Fernandez, first half, brilliant he has been. I have to say, very impressed with Jadon Sancho. He had an early chance to score. He had a little bit more conviction. It would have went into the back of the net. But other than that, Sancho hasn't faded at all in this first half. This is a criticism of mine with Sancho, is the fact that he disappears a lot from games, but he hasn't. He's been front and centre in this game. Van der Beek, Eriksen, I mean, you know what you're going to get in that midfield. What more can I say? And you got young, what's his name in there, Forson in there. Obviously, had our moments, but that won't be the game that will be playing too often. But we were down 1-0 and we came back, so I'm not worried. Well, I am if Harry Maguire stays on the pitch. I got to be on, but watch Harry Maguire. Listen, if Man United, right, here's the thing. If you're going to analyse Harry Maguire, you got to do it properly, right? And the bigger channels out there that will probably do this. But you've got to analyse Harry Maguire's game as a whole, especially in this. And you'll see there's a lot of pointing and a lot of gesturing, but there's not a lot of movement from him. Whereas with Victor, I will say this: we know Victor is limited, right? And the thing about Victor is, if Victor was a bit more pacey, he'd be a much better defender. He just lacks the pace. But with Victor, Victor is always moving. Victor is always trying to get into positions to receive the ball, whereas Harry Maguire is very fucking static, right? He doesn't move. He's like Dalot, right? Dalot doesn't hold his touchline like Luke Shaw does. Now, Luke Shaw will come in sometimes, but with Dalot, it seems that that's what he wants to do all the time. And then when he does receive the ball out wide, then he tries this mad crossfield ball, which never fucking works, by the way, right? And that's what happened yesterday, right? And then Onana gets blamed for the goal because of his positioning, but it was because the Low's positioning was wrong, all wrong in the first fucking place. And Harry's the same. Right here in this game, Harry's positioning and he's gesturing. He's just moaning at people rather than doing his own job. Right? He's not moving. He's staying static, as I said. Watching Harry Maguire is like watching a mummy. It's like watching our money. I'm going to try and get the ball. Right? And then when he defends, when he actually does defend, right, and he goes to kick the ball, right, instead of kicking the ball out for a throw in, like Gary Neville used to try do, right? At least the low tries to do that, except most of the time he balloons the ball. But where Harry, it always skews off his fucking foot, goes out for a corner. I'd say I am. I'm actually sick of him. I don't want to see him in a Man United jersey after today. It's not fair. It actually isn't. That we have to sit there as Man United fans, watch a player that we've spent 80 million on, right? And have a bloody 30, whatever it is, in a year old in Evans, who's a better defender than him and has less pace. It's a trailing foot by Fernandez. I mean, it's not even his fault, but they did get the free kick. The ref consulted with the linesman after originally giving a penalty, but it was the right decision no matter what Athletic Club said. It was just outside the box. But I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of this bull crap. Right? Harry just can't be playing. Do you know what? I've been giving out about Sancho, right, pre-season. I've noticed the last couple of games, the Sancho's game is starting to get a bit. Maybe he does need all of those games. I don't know what it is with Sancho, but he's starting to do something, right? Harry, there it is again. I mean, it's fucking awful. It's awful. Like, it's awful. What the fuck, it gives you the ball, and then you try this. Like, I mean, there was a simpler ball as well into the midfield, but you decide to try cut the ball back. I mean, it's awful by Harry. And all he's been doing is gesturing all game. And look at him strolling back. I mean, he's a disgrace. He's a disgrace, man. I've nothing to prove, he says. I've nothing to prove. Seriously, man. People need to fucking wise up to this bloody fraud. Absolutely disgraceful. Seriously. So, Roy, just looking because this is the right time to do it. So it's half time, so I'm looking at the Community Shield to see what the score is, and obviously it's 0-0. And Roy is already, with Arsenal fans and Arsenal, he's already dropping the hammer, saying, the proof's in the pudding. Look, Roy is not going to be very nice to Harry Maguire this year. Right? The pundits, he's just better off going. Right? It's as simple as that. I don't care what money West Ham are offering for him. I don't. Look, we just have to accept that with Harry Maguire, we're going to make a huge loss. It's as simple as that. Right? Leicester seeing us coming and pull their pants down. Simple as that. Right? And who would argue against Leicester taking 80 million for Harry Maguire? Right? But we've got to take a loss on this chap. Right? It's as simple as that. He needs to get out of the club. His whole attitude stinks. It stinks. He's walking around with this arrogance. Watch him on the pitch, folks. Truly analyse Harry Maguire in this game and have a look at the way he's conducted himself. Have a look at the way he keeps gesturing to other players but remains static himself. Right? It's an absolute joke. Listen, we take that loss in Harry Maguire, we move on, and we try bring someone in. Or if Johnny Evans is, if that's what Eric Ten Hag has decided, that Johnny Evans is going to be that backup to Victor Lindelof rather than Harry Maguire, I'd be all for it. I just want Harry out of this club because as I said, it's his fault that we're losing this game. He is so fucking. I'm telling you, it's like watching a mummy. As I said, he gets the ball, and it's like I look around for about 10 minutes. Who could I pass the ball to? Victor, you move over there. Victor, move, will you? Yeah, Victor, you move. And I'll just keep looking around. Right? That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Right? This is why we're not. This is, I've noticed actually Jordan pre-season. It's been startlingly obvious that when Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire play together, right? And then you've got Eriksen in midfield, who's already slow anyway, right? So our back four, bar the two wingers, right? Wan-Bissaka and Fernandez have the pace, right? But you've got those two in the middle, right? I would say Victor has a little bit more about him than Harry does, right? And he's shown that Victor is actually trying to do stuff in the game. He has been caught out a couple of times. He's not been perfect either. But Harry gets the ball off the goalkeeper, right? And he looks around, and it literally feels like it's taken an age. Oh, who will I pass it to? I'll go back to the keeper, right? He gives it back to the keeper, but then the ball is awkward back to the keeper. The keeper is rushing to give the ball back out to him. Then Harry picks the ball up, then he panics. Right back to the keeper again. It's just awful. And then at the same time he's doing all of this, I'll just go on camera briefly just to show you. So this is an impression of Harry, right? This is Harry, right? So there's Victor over there. You like this? Calm down, calm down. Move over there, move over there. While he has the ball, right? This is what he's doing, right? That's what we paid 80 million quid for, right? And then he thinks he's Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Thinks he's Cristiano, picks up the ball, tries a little, there's a simple ball I could play, but we're going to play a difficult ball. And he's at fault for the goal. So the only reason why we're 1-0 down is because of Harry Maguire. And I'm sorry, I don't normally have a rant about him. At the end of the day, you know, I think a lot of fans have been way too harsh on Harry over the years. Like, they've blamed him for stuff that's not even his fault. But it's sternly obvious, man. It's right there in your face. It's clear. He is just not Manchester United quality. And the fact that this man has come out in interviews and said he's nothing to prove proves that he should not be wearing this shirt. He shouldn't be wearing this shirt. And he shouldn't wear the shirt after this game. He's a spent entity at Manchester United as far as I'm concerned. You cannot have a defender like that in your team. He's going to cost you goals, just like Dalot, right? I said about Dalot yesterday. His passing is lazy. I saw it with Eriksen as well, actually, Jordan pre-season. Now, Eriksen has been better in this game, but Eriksen's passing Jordan pre-season has been lazy, and some of the passes he's tried is absolutely awful as well. We've got to eradicate that stuff out if we're going to win. Now, Harry's back on, so we're all the same stuff. Do you know what? Do you know why I'm like this? It's because I could see the potential of this team. I could see that without certain players in this team and around the dressing room, like the loser mentality, if we got them out, I still think we're going to have a great season. I think a lot of teams are underestimating us, right? I think our own fans are underestimating us. I think we can challenge, right? People call me crazy. You can call me crazy. I think we can challenge. I've seen enough pre-season that shows me that he has this team playing the way he wants the team. Yes, there's a few more pieces of the jigsaw to be added. He'll get them, and that'll make us even better. Hannibal's coming on now. So who's Hannibal coming on for? Probably Forson, maybe. Let's see. But we can't have another season of those type of players in the squad. They have to be taken out. And look, I'd give some of these younger players, which I think they've proved themselves during pre-season. Some of them can handle the pressure of being a Manchester United player. There's Hannibal already putting pressure on the ball, and he's impressed me pre-season. And before Kobe got injured, he really impressed me. Even their young keeper, Kovar, impressed me. Emran, and Emran hasn't featured after he had his after he played, which I found kind of strange because I thought Emran had something about him. But again, it's about introducing these players in, giving them the experience of being in a Manchester United first team. And you know, I don't think a lot of them have let themselves down. I think they can, you know, stick their chest out and wear that jersey with pride because I think they've done themselves. Here's Harry now, right? So he's on the ball, right? Now he stopped. Now he's passed it off. Now he's moving away because maybe Eric Ten Hag told him instead of standing static like the way you have. Look at what Victor is doing. So Victor now is moving. Harry gives him the ball, but now there's an outlet for Victor. But when Harry in the first half, there was no outlet. Now there's Harry on the ball again. Go on, Harry, keep running. But you see what happens when you move, though. Like, listen to the manager. Maybe you will be a little bit of a better defender. Listen to the manager, though. I mean, even Eric Ten Hag in the first half was shouting instructions. I mean, this is a defender of what, 28 years of age. He shouldn't be still being given instructions. Sancho down, go on. Oh, God, with the chance. I mean, we're getting into the box. I'm surprised by Sancho, though. I've been harsh on Sancho this preseason because, you know, the amount of time he's been given to try and adapt. You know, my patience is wearing thin with him a bit. Well done, Harry. But you're getting in players' ways. Oh. Go on. Go on. Oh, absolutely. Pelestri again, impressive. You know, again, there's rumours that he's going to be. We're thinking about putting him out on loan. Bad decision. Same with Fernandez, the young left back. I mean, you're selling Brandon Williams, right? So you keep him. You keep Fernandez. It's a no-brainer for me. But I have noticed their pace is causing Athletic Club some problems because anytime our players are getting onto it, they are being pulled back, and the ref needs to be a bit more. I mean, even Wan-Bissaka has more composure on the ball. I mean, look, Wan-Bissaka. No, I don't care what everybody says. Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford, you know, are the most improved players under Eric Ten Hag. I mean, you've got to put Wan-Bissaka into that frame. I mean, the lad was on his way out, man. Like a lot of these players. Yeah, people will still say, you know, trying to get the ball into the box is a bit of a problem, but you've got your wingers doing their job. You know, and he's still getting into forward positions. There he is. He's on the halfway line right now. There's Harry on the ball now, so like they'll get back into their positions now because he's just holding up the ball there. He's holding up the ball. Now he passes it to Lindelof, who's under pressure thanks to Harry for holding on to the ball. See, that's the consequence of Harry Maguire and a slow back four. Whereas with Martinez and Varane, as soon as they receive the ball, they're looking for an outlet. If you don't get an outlet, it's back to the keeper. The keeper will give it back out to one of them, and they're straight out. Varane does this little thing where he does a little shimmy, right? And then he brings the ball, and then he'll pass the ball out onto wing. Harry Maguire can't do that. He can only have his back to goal. What a ball! Come on! Yeah, I'll have the whiskeys. Oh, you getting soft drinks in it? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll have a beverage. Yeah. No. That's fine. Yeah. That's grand. That's grand. I thought you were going down to get yourself some alcohol. All right. Yeah, I'll have a beverage. Yeah. Okay. Fair. Yeah. I'll have the yeah. Whatever you ice cream. Yes. It's Sunday. You have to have ice cream on a Sunday. Anyway, the dog is here as well. Hey, Ted. We're watching Manchester United. Yeah. Well, what's wrong with you, buddy? You want to come up and say hello to everybody? How do you want to do? Come here. Come here. Come here, you little shit. Oh, he wants to say hello. There he is. There's the dog. Hello, buddy. Say hello to everybody. You watching Manchester United? You watching Manchester United? Tell them Harry Maguire is shit, isn't he? Say Harry Maguire is shit. Isn't Harry Maguire shit? Yes, he is. He's shit. Isn't Harry Maguire shit? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. No. Nobody. Right, so what's going on here? This is someone on. Oh, Johnny Evans. So Johnny Evans gets a big chair because obviously, even though he's a Northern Ireland player, you know, we see we're all the same people on the same island. So he got a nice little chair off all of the United fans. And there goes my camera. Um, but we'll put it back on. It'll just come back on. There. I was maybe tapping at something there. So it's still they're intercepted. Hannibal trying to get in there. Here. Stop doing this now. I mean, Harry is even making right. Okay, stop with the nonsense with the camera. Come on now. Ted, you broke me camera. Right, that was ballooned up. Right. Like, I don't know why the camera. I haven't even moved the computer. Like, I don't understand this. I don't know why this is happening or knocking off. I probably need a new computer, but hopefully it stays now. So, Athletic Club are making another sub. Williams, come on, get the ball up the pitch and stop, which is our little tippy tappy. See, soon as you do, Hannibal nearly gets through. I've noticed with a lot of these younger players as well, though, that they will get into a position where they'll get the ball. Gore again. I mean, the lad, I don't think he deliberately has it in him, but it just seems every time he goes in for the ball, you fear that he might injure a player because you got a couple of magpies, so hopefully you get a goal. One for sorrow, two for joy, three for the girl, and four for the boy. So as it stands, it's still Manchester United nil, or Harry Maguire nil, Athletic Club 1. And as you could tell, yes, it was Harry Maguire's fault that we could see the goal. But are we surprised at this stage? And there he goes. He has the ball, so then he stops. He runs a little bit, stops. Then he passes the ball across to Victor. It's so obvious that Victor is going to try and give it back to him, but then he gives it to Ericsson. Come on. So he's all you Man United fans out there enjoying the Community Shield, watching Manchester United's two biggest rivals play against each other rather than watch your own team and then go and shame people for going to see the matches. Does not feel like he's a bit hypocritical there? Does not feel like he should stop using nonsense now and stop giving out to other fans about what they do because she couldn't be bothered watching his own fucking team because it happened to be the younger players. And then he's all go on his a little fan channel then to pretend that he's all know about these players when he's haven't got a fucking clue. Right, so he's only made one change, which is Hannibal. Harry Maguire just pushing someone off the ball. Oh no, that's Pellistri. In fairness, he actually it's mad. Sometimes these replays look like that they push a player, but then when you watch at the other angle, you can see he's clearly trying to win the ball back. Right, Sancho, what a ball. Fernandez. Thorson is still on the pitch. Oh, Van der Beek is off. Van der Beek. I've just realised who's come off the pitch. So it's the Van der Beek has come off the pitch, which is not a good sign, in fairness, because you hook him at half time. I mean, as I said, he looked lively, but he's just not Manchester United quality either. Nah, this is awful. But I hear cheers, so there's obviously subs coming up. There, but Harry again gesturing, no, hold the ball, I'm wrecked. Give it! Go on, Pellistri, go on! Ah, referee, come on! About time. He pulled them back a couple of times. He's pulled them back though, because we have them on pace. So when they can't outpace us, they just pull their players back. I mean, they're giving out them because on MUTV because the player asked for a yellow. No, it was right. Hugo and Evans are about to be introduced. Here we go. Keeper saves it. Right, subs. Bring Harry off. Please be Harry Maguire. Has to be Harry Maguire. If you're bringing Evans on, it has to be. If you bring off Victor Lindelof, Jadon Sancho is coming off for Hugo, which I expected, to be quite honest with you. I thought there might have been a possibility of putting him out on the wing, but I think Erik ten Hag is gonna use him as that false nine. So Hugo's on the pitch. Fernandez is coming off for Johnny Evans. So no. So he's just have to say Hugo left. Is that the military helicopters that are flying all around? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, you are military helicopter. We're being invaded. We're being invaded. Help. Right, Johnny Evans already. So who's on the left? Right, so Evans and Maguire together. Lindelof has gone out onto the left or the right. We'll find out now in a minute. I'm pretty sure it'll be the left. Yeah, it's the left because Wan-Bissaka is. Lindelof has been robbed. Right. Go on. That's a red card. It's a red card. Has to be. You got this. It's a red. Yeah. Send him off. He was the last man. He was the last man. You get off the pitch. Last man. That you knew exactly what you were doing. Hannibal was true, and you're off. End of fucking story. Get off the pitch. Stop wasting time. Get off the pitch so we can get a goal. Right, off the pitch. You dirty little scumbags have been doing it all game, pulling their players back. Get off the pitch. You deserve to be sent off, you little muppet. Your fault. Hannibal was true. Look at that. You put him back. Red card. Get off the pitch. I mean, who's the idiot that we have on NUTV? Not the main fella, but the fella that he has co-commentating. He's saying, "Oh, let's have a little bit of common sense here. It's a friendly." I'm sorry, but it's a red fucking card, right? Gore got sent off. Were you saying that when Gore got sent off? No, you weren't. So shut your mouth. Right, this is blowing over because Ericsson is taking it. So, when you get free kicks like that, I don't even react because we never scored them. It's actually a waste of time giving United a free kick. We don't have a good free kick taker. I mean, he nearly got it, but in over the bar. Right. Now, this should be our moment now to get back into this game. Well done. Right, this is it now. This is it now. Turn the screw, win this game 2-1. Come on. Right, come on, Aaron. Come on, Plesty. Oh, he's trying so hard. See, Harry slows it down. You know, we got to be passing it, and Victor. Both of them slow it down. It's just it needs to be snappier, lads. Come on. Go on. Nah, I wasn't a handball. That'd be harsh. You can't, nah. Go, 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 go. We need a bit of pace. Go. Yeah, it's so condensed because we're actually making it condensed though. Because why not? We're just low with a pass and we're letting them get back into shape every fucking time. Oh, horrible. I mean, there, as soon as it snaps out there, and then we decide we're going to cross it in. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with a great cross. See, when Aaron's been in a position like that a few times and just seems reluctant to cross the ball in. And I've noticed that with all of our wingers are win, except for Luke Shaw and Delow when he's not messing up. Nearly 2 now. Yeah, we need a new centre back, folks. We need a new centre back because Johnny Evans struggling to get back for pace there as well. I mean, he gets there, but yeah, this is not right. Go up. See again. When we play the ball a little bit faster, we can actually still win this game. We just need and fucking get our head screwed on for the last couple of minutes. But if we lose this game 1-0, it's because of an individual mistake. And here it is now. Manchester United player, our former player, Ander Herrera, is about to get a big, huge cheer now. Yeah, he got a lovely chair. I'm it. Oh man, legend. Yeah, he was a favourite. He was because he understood. Again, you know, Man United fans are intelligent bunch. Well, they used to be, but they know that certain players that we get in throughout our history have been limited, but have done a job. But I think the main thing for Manchester United fans is understanding the badge, understanding what it means to wear, this short. Um, and Ander Herrera, he got that, and that's why he's loved. Go on, go on, go on. Oh, Hugo just all he needed to do was just get a little touch on that. But he called for it, and it was the right ball. Ericsson was offside, so he left it. And all Hugo had to do was, if he had it was just a little bit too high for him. But if he had got his head on that, that's 1-all. They're right there and then. Harry Maguire running. Harry Maguire still running. Harry Maguire still running. Wan-Bissaka. Sit down, Ted. Sit down, baby. Good boy. She'll be back in a minute. Another corner. But see again, Ericsson though, I don't mind those quick corners when it catches teams unawares. That's the right time to do it. So here's Imran. Can he do something? Because he was very impressive when I saw him pre-season. He hasn't got a lot of time now. In fairness, Hannibal with the ball in again, but that was brutal. Come on, who's he taking off? Gore's coming off. Good performance. Well done. Go on. Oh, 7 minutes to get an equaliser, folks. I don't know. It's looking. Come on, lads. What a ball. Just the final ball's awful. It's either overhit or it's underhit. It's never just. It's always one or the other. We just seem to have an inability now to get any decent balls into the box. For that's another yellow card for Athletic. In fairness, all the free kicks they're giving away are very cynical. I mean, forcing again. See, that's how they beat teams or try to beat teams. They try to take out all their pacey players. Johnny Evans has picked up a yellow card. It'll be a shame. Oh, a yellow card for a substitute now. I told you this is how they beat it. They remind me of Sevilla, Atletico Madrid. You know, a team that commits a lot of fouls and then gets you with the sucker punch. But of course, they didn't get us with a sucker punch this time because they're not good enough. They got us because of Harry Maguire. Go on. Oh! What a ball in by Maguire there. So the ball comes across from Hannibal and he knocks it back in, but it's in an area where there's three United players, but it goes in such a way that not one of them can get there. Hugo actually missed the ball and then look, I'll take a draw. I don't think we even deserve to be losing this game. Again, it's been another decent performance. You know, of course, we don't expect any of these players to be in the starting 11, maybe Sancho. But it hasn't been, and Wan-Bissaka maybe, but hasn't been that bad of a performance. Emeran, go on. To corner to United. It's a nice ball it was. See, they're the type of balls we should be getting in. Well done, Emran. Go on. Oh, go on. Oh, so close. I mean, we're doing everything but put the ball in the back of the net right now. Right. Lindelof, when you get the ball in that position, right, you don't try go for goal. You try knock the ball back into the box. That's what I mean. It's been all United. I mean, especially since the red card. But we're doing everything but put the ball into the back of the net. What? He elbows your man into the face. Harry does. Like you elbowed him in the face, like, and then you complain about the fact that your man's down on the deck. If that was in the Premier League, man, you'd be getting a yellow card. Oh, the zombie is on the ball. Ha. Go, 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 Emran. Go on, kid. Go on. Keep running with the ball. What are you slow down for? What kind of ball was that? You bloody idiot! Right, we're in there half full. We need to get something and we need to get it fast. Or this is going to end in defeat for United. Right, here we go. Evans. Ericsson picks up the ball. Wan-Bissaka with the ball forward. Comes down to Maguire. Comes down. Oh, yes! It's in! It's in! The next trickle in! What a goal! Equaliser! What a header by Harry Maguire back into him. Oh my god, yeah! Oh yes, you deserve that. You deserve that because you have been cheating. You cheating pieces of crap. You deserve that for diving and pulling their players. Blah 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 blah. Yes. And Pellistri deserves this goal. Look at that, bang, get in. Get in. He gets his body in between two defenders. Look at that, Harry Maguire with the ball down. Bang, get in. Well done, Harry. See, Victor, see what Harry did there? That's what you need to be doing. When the ball is in that position, you don't try to hit the ball in. You knock it back in, and that's what happens. Bang. And it's full time. The ref has blown up. Manchester United end pre-season with a draw. There are plenty of positives, but there are still some negatives in there. But the fact that we did not give up and we got that goal right at the end, Erik ten Hag will be happy about that. But I'm pretty sure he will not be happy with what he's seeing from our back four. And some of our passing was a bit laboured in the first and second half. But, you know, I could have been sitting here saying Harry Maguire 0, Athletic Bilbao 1. But instead I'm saying Manchester United 1, Athletic Bilbao 0. Not, as I said, pre-season though, decent performance. And it's nice to end the pre-season on a draw. But plenty of positives. Jadon Sancho played very well in that game. I'd actually have to say it's probably his best game in a Manchester United shirt in a long time. I don't see him as a false nine, but it seems to be clicking right now. So as long as it clicks, you know, we'll see what happens there with that. It's going to be very interesting, but we can be happy with the preseason that we've had. You know, we won the first three and then we lost a couple in a row. And then, well, actually, we lost 3 in a row, didn't we? And then we got it back again with a win yesterday. And we end on a draw today. So plenty for the manager to be happy about, plenty for us as fans as we go into the new season with Manchester United. Come and join me for that. Obviously, now as the season is starting, I'll be keeping an eye out on the press conferences this week. Any other development stories that will be happening. We will be catching up on all the transfer news and all of that. So catch me tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Come and catch me for all of that. We'll be catching up on all of the news. We'll be reacting to this game. Hopefully get some of you guys in the chat if there's any that come in and watch us live, and hopefully we can get your opinions. But as I said, nice way to end the pre-season. Manchester United won. Great goal there by Pellistri, who in fairness should have had a penalty in the first half as well. But you know, again, you know, this is a lad that apparently we're thinking of putting out on loan. I think that would be an absolute mistake. But if they do get him out on loan, then fair enough. Please make sure it's in the Premier League, or because I think, you know, for Pellistri to keep developing and to keep you know, improving, we need some of these young players to be taken by Premier League teams, especially those down fighting relegation. I think it'd be good for them to get into the battle of it all. But look, great ending to the pre-season tour. As I said, I just hope we don't do another American pre-season tour. I got to be very honest with you. Not happy. Not happy with the level of refereeing and stuff like that. And Kobbie Mainoo got injured because a Real Madrid player gets a free kick, but then he dive. See, these Real Madrid players are very good at doing that. When they fall down, they're very good at somehow injuring other people's players. And that's what happened to Kobbie Mainoo. So hopefully he comes back and he comes back stronger, because Kobbie has been, look, a lot of their youth players can hold their heads up high, and well done to you guys. He's done well. But Kobbie and a few others have stood out, and I hope Kobbie comes back stronger than ever, because we need him, and we're going to need him. We're going to need all of these players, including hopefully the couple of other signings that we have coming in the transfer window. So I'll leave it there for now. As I said, nice way to end the preseason. It would have been nice to get the win, but when you got Harry Maguire in your team, there's always a chance you can lose again. So, and that's the biggest negative I'm taking from this, especially this game, is the fact that Harry Maguire and a couple of other players that we've all suspected are not good enough to be in the Manchester United jersey need to be sold. And we'll see what happens. But we'll leave it there. Obviously, Erik ten Hag will have a press conference during the week. Come and join us for that game. We do play Wolves next week. It is an 8 o'clock kickoff as well. The United players now are just getting their standing ovation, and they're going around the stadium as they always do, clapping the fans, and that's a nice little touch. And obviously they'll sign some autographs as well, which is great. And Jadon Sancho smiling. It is actually nice to see him smile, because a lot of us have said he hasn't smiled in a long time either. We all know that there is something going on, right? We're not, it's not our business as fans, but it is frustrating when we pay that money for a player. We do expect them to bring it. And Sancho, a lot of United fans will argue he hasn't brought it yet. But I'm seeing encouraging signs. I was giving out about him at the start of pre-season. He seemed to fade out of games very quickly. But these last few games, I've noticed that he's in games more, and that's what he needs to do. Look, maybe he needs just a bit more guidance off Erik ten Hag, fair enough, and all of that. But he needs to have a big season. And you know what? You never know. He might just hit this vein of form along with Rashford, and we could sail into the wind. Let's see what happens anyway. So I'll leave it there, folks. Don't forget to join me on this channel for the whole season. We'll be covering all the cup games. We'll be covering the Premier League, and of course the big one, the Champions League as well. We got to cover the Champions League, don't we? So come and join me for match reactions. And on this Manchester United channel, you won't see me cover any other football team on this channel. And I never will either, by the way. It doesn't matter how big or small this channel is. We will not be covering rivals on here like other big mainstream channels do out there. But I just think that's disgusting, to be quite honest with you. I'm not United football fan. Support your own, and that's it. You know what I mean? And I know some will say, well, I just analyze, but I don't like that. Personally, I'm not into that. So, there you go. Anyway, we'll leave it there. I'm going to stop me moaning. But thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully all of this crap comes off. There. Oh, it's going to show again because this just keeps. So I'm just going to pull out the camera right now. There we go. Right, so there you go. We got the camera off. Right. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you soon. I'm going to have me ice cream or whatever the missus got for me. And we'll be back very soon. Bye-bye.